Yo, what's good, guys? How's it going? Get the stream set up here, and then we'll get to PvPing. I got to set this build up just a little bit more, but pretty much ready, I think. There's a few setups I want to test. I haven't actually deep dive into them too much yet, but still looking at things I kind of want to try, at least on this stand-in. Button. I'm the best. You do. Why do you only say that? I'm not the best, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you. What on, nerd? How you doing, buddy? We're testing some stand-in tonight. Kind of curious on how that goes, honestly. There's two setups I want to try tonight. One is with Hue and Sunder with Rallying Cry, and the other is Clever Alchemist with Rallying Cry. Those are really my main two setups I really want to test. What's going on, Colin? Yeah, dude, we're testing some Warden tonight. Testing some. So I gotta craft this Rallying Cry necklace and just reconstruct it, and then we'll get going. I gotta craft a few things. Not necklace, belt. No, I tried Clever Wretch the other day. I didn't like it. I don't know what it was about it, but we're gonna be running dual and resto. I just gotta get this Rallying Cry belt crafted, and then we're good to go after that. I do believe I gotta get some glyphs and stuff. So let me make down a list here. So I need 2 weapon damage for my jewelry. Right there. I need a tri-stack glyph, and I need a Rallying Cry belt. Okay, and I need a weapon damage glyph for staff, and that's it. All right, well, we're also going to test birds tonight. I really want to like birds, so we're gonna see what we can do with birds. So, been an OG and ESO from day one. I took a step back for like a year. How is it now? ESO's fine. Its meta is just kind of all over the place right now. It's still a fun game, but if you left and took a break because of performance, so then it's not gotten much better. Yeah, that's just honestly just straight facts. In all seriousness, if you left because of lag, it's not gotten better. Now, if you PvP in Blackreach or you PvP in BGs, it's not as bad. But if you PvP in Greyhost, and it's not gotten any better. How long do you think it'll take to take the level from 35 to 50? Not too long, Paco. If you got to scroll up like they give away on the daily login rewards, it won't take but I don't know, an hour or two. Yeah, it also has the same PvP content as well. Shieldbreaker isn't a bad setup. Do you think it would be fine to drop Arctic for another bar slot? I don't like Arctic Blast. Since they nerfed it and changed it to based off your maximum health, it's really one of the worst things in the game, honestly. I don't like Arctic Blast. I hate it. So with that being said, yes, I would suggest dropping Arctic Blast and trying to get healing elsewhere. At least that's what I'm going to try and do. All right, Rallying Cry, Belt. So for Rallying Cry, here's a quick tip. If you're running Rallying Cry, it's either Divines or Well Fitted, I would suggest for a build like this. I would not go end pin on Rallying Cry because we're going to be upwards of 3k critical resistance. So you're better off going with Well Fitted or something like that. So you can level up in Skyreach relatively easily, being kind of lower level. You know, probably that would be one of the better places, at least solo, or running in a 2-man group. I've not really done too much of the Sky or the Black Rose farming, leveling up. What's my favorite game? I mean, you know, like ESO is one of my favorite games, but I mean, top 3, it has to be Elden Ring. Elden Ring is one of them. Let's see here. I like Black Ops 1. I used to play that with my cousin. We used to do zombies all the time. I mean, that was probably my top 3 favorite games. So for Rallying Cry, we're going with Necklace and Ring, Belt, and Resto Staff. Those aren't your favorite games, bro. I know you're trolling. I can smell the troll from a mile away. Yeah, the new patch is up, Conscious. No, I've not had any issues with it, thankfully. I've heard there was some people that said that they did get locked out. So, it's happened, but it's not happened to me, luckily, so that's definitely good. I wasn't trying to like scare anybody away from not doing the update, but there were some people that were saying don't play on PC because of the issues on the forums. So I just wanted to make sure that nobody else, you know, got an issue like that. I didn't want people to be locked out of a character on the day 1 of the update. That would suck. All right, so there's that. So Rallying Cry. 2 weapon damage, prismatic. I think that's everything. If not, we'll get something else. So if you guys don't know, I made a Discord server, another one. This one's similar. I don't know if you guys are aware of the ESO University Discord for like PC, or not PC, but PvE content, where, you know, Nephis, you know, does you know, trials and tries to help people with raids, and, you know, DPS parses tanks ideas and all that jazz. Well, I'm going to do something similar but for PvP. That's a work in progress. The link is in the description of this live stream, and I'm really going to be promoting that over the next few weeks because I definitely want to hopefully make an impact. The PvP population on console is dying, and I feel like if I can help in some way, then I will. It's just the reality of the situation is the console PvP is dying. PC maybe not so much, but console is definitely going down the rabbit hole. So I'd like to be able to help. Right, there's that. Already had one. Okay. Get my gallant chain out the bank. And we're good to go. I got quite a bit of health. Yes, I will be having I am in the works of doing that T10. I plan on expanding it to expanding it to tanks, small group, large group, everything PvP related, dueling, 1vxing, ganking, bombing, everything is what I want to do. Now I'm not an expert in any field, so if there's anybody that's more of an expert in some situations where they can help, then that would definitely be something we could explore in the future. That I'm really trying to get the core aspect of, you know, heck, even sieging tips. Like I know, like not all of us enjoy the sieging part. Some people that are new kind of could use that. And imagine for a second, you have people that, you know, most of the population kind of knew what they were doing. Fights would be a little bit more fun, I think. Definitely be a little bit more difficult, but I think it'd be a little bit more fun too. Let's get smoke bear. Okay. All right, stats looking okay. At 31k health is quite a bit. I need to go get my resto stat passives, I think. Get this style going real fast. Style of the staff I had. Eyr0n something. What's good, Irate? With a little bit of gold. So it's gonna be weird testing out these builds over the next few weeks, trying to like adapt my playstyle around it. Yeah, let's go get the rest of staff passives, and then we'll get to PvP. Yeah, well, that's also something I'm really wanting to do is there's going to be groups that, you know, if you want to join a group or if somebody wants to promote a guild or something like that in the Discord, where they do, you know, PS4 EU BGs, you know, where people can kind of meet and can do all that stuff and they can learn from each other. That's kind of what I want to do. Very, very similar to the ESO use Discord. That's kind of my plans. Got a lot of health on this build. Dual wield. I kind of want to maybe test Steel Tornado. I don't know if that would be worth it. I kind of want to mess with it and see. Honestly, I kind of want to see if having a little bit more range may help. Yeah, I kind of have the idea on like healer builds, but I don't play a healer enough to really say, hey, this seems to be, you know, kind of best in slot builds and stuff, right? So that's what I'm meaning by I don't exactly have a exact saying like this is best over this. It's all a lot of it's just personal preference at the end of the day as well. Okay, so there's back bar, front bar. We got birds for a little bit of a stun. I wanted to mess with birds a little bit since it is a semi-spammable skill. I was also maybe wanting to try both morphs of Deep Fissure and The stamina morph, I don't know which one I want to try yet. I've tried both. So it looks like we're gonna have quite a bit of damage, honestly. Upwards of like, I don't know, freaking 7K, I say. I may end up also maybe doing a recovery glyph on my jewelry because 1700 sand recovery is not necessarily the highest. We lose that because we're not running whatever it's called. Rally. Champion points. Make sure these are good. It's good. Celerity. We got blue is area of effect, direct damage, single target. We can maybe drop the single target for maybe some more mitigation. Let's see here. There's ironclad. I kind of want. What do I need on this build? Maybe a little bit more healing power. That could be nice. Tinker with some healing. Also, kind of want to try the dual sweep up as well. See what this does. What's wrong with that? Right. See what my stats are. Glyphs are all on. Got 34k health. That's kind of decent. Why? $6,800 damage. That's not too bad. Let's try it out, boys. See how it goes. Accuracy's 1400. I think this setup though, with Hue and Sunder, would be absolutely disgusting for group play. Just changing out or Clever Alchemist for Hue and Sunder would be a much better option for group. But we're gonna test this build like this and see how it goes. Definitely curious. Ethereal Ascension to good defensive set for healers. Isn't the one that increased the cost of roll dodge? I don't like that one. I personally don't like it. The only issue I may have with this build is the healing potential, like to recover. Like you'll have to spam roll dodge. But again, look at this, guys. Hold on. There's Rallying Cry, right? Oh, I've even forgot to have Rallying Cry up. We have 3k critical resistance. What the frick, dude? I forgot about Rallying Cry, bro. I forgot about that set. So we'll have over 7k damage. Easy. Over 7k damage. How often can that proc? 15 seconds? No. Yeah, I can proc it for 15 seconds. Yeah, Rallying Cry is great. Well, Mundus, I think we're running the Serpent. Yeah, Serpent. Is that a one-handed axe, or do they change its passives? No, axes are terrible to run right now. You only want to do swords or maces. I'm also an Imperial, which is, I think, one of the better races for this type of hybrid build. Hmm. Well, it's kind of laggy out here, not gonna lie. Kinda laggy out here, boys. Well, it may look like axes. These are daggers right now, actually. Nothing yet, DB. We're just testing it right now. Let me go to somewhere else. The Dookie place to test. I'm not sure if I'm liking Still Tornado. I think that's actually dodgeable if I'm not mistaken. Plus like the execute damage. I might change that. So we get quite a bit high. What about high critical resistance? 3,000 is pretty good. That's really high. Did I mess with any of the new monster helms yet? No, I have not. They really don't look, at least on paper, very good for PvP. Honestly. The only one that's decent is the debuff one, but people can cleanse, so it kind of makes that kind of useless. That's my Stamplar to a Magplar even as Orc. Yes, you can. It's not gonna be the best, but Orc can still be a Magplar because because of the hybrid stuff. Like you can get spell damage, you can get some health. You know, it's not terrible. Yeah, we're running Rallying Cry. We just got it set up just a minute ago. We're running like full well fitted Rallying Cry and still have 3k crit resist. Running Radon's Mundistone. I think maybe joining here in a little bit. Was he working a little bit earlier? What's going on, Desired? Yeah, that's Rallying Cry is what it is. Rallying Cry gives us like so much critical resistance. Whenever you critically heal yourself, critical resistance goes up. So it depends on how many people you proc it on. So we get 1600 critical resistance for 20 seconds whenever we critically heal ourselves. Which is insane. Critical resistance is very valuable, and it's gonna be like even more powerful over the next few weeks because it's gonna kind of nerf Night Blades once people kind of get their hands on it. So actually what will end up happening more than likely is there's gonna be a shift back from to Malacath, I would say. Oral Aegis? I'll have to look at it. Let's look at it real fast. You'll see dungeons. Oral Aegis. This one? Is that what you're talking about? The car data or whatever you say that? Oh, the ship rights, is it? Yeah. So let me explain. So how we have critical resistance right now is, so at base we have 1400 critical resistance from we actually have like 1200. I think it's whatever this is. 127 minus, so 1200, 127, so 1250. I don't even know. Anyway, so subtract 127 from 1447. Okay. Hello, sir. And then so after that, the critical resistance is just on our character sheet, just for being a character. You know, that's just how ZeniMax has kind of allocated the attributes. Okay. And gave character buffs. So then, whenever we critically heal ourselves with the Rallying Cry set, our critical resistance goes up to 3,000 because it adds 1,600 critical resistance. Yeah, so there's base critical resistance. So we're pretty much 5 wall fitted, 1 end pin, 1 reinforced. I would want to be 6 wall fitted. You could go even divines if you wanted to, but I think wall fitted kind of a little bit better because it gives us some cost reduction to sprinting as well. I need to get my buttons down. Jeez Louise. I think we're going to be running this way, fellas. We're just going to have a nice trip on our rocket ship. Oh. Rip. Endless Fury would snag me. That's the only thing that the Nightblade has over any class, is being able to just, like, if I could have just cloaked there. That would have been nice. I'm getting used to my buttons because I probably should change that back. I feel like Birds is too slow, honestly, sometimes. We'll see. I'd rather not fight a Zerg on my first setup with this build. That'd be nice. So I can kind of slowly get into it a little bit. This ain't a crazy build. Cloak is so OP, dude. It's so broken. Because if I'd have just cloaked there, I'd have been fine. Just cloak. Just cloaked. I'd have been okay. I think Birds should be undodgeable. I think that would make that skill more balanced than it is right now. Birds needs to be undodgeable. Trying to get the Death Dealers mythic. I've been Dragonstar at least a dozen times with still no joy. Dude, I remember I did a video saying I was quitting a while back, like a few months ago. And I was quitting running Dragonstar because I had ran it at least 10-15 times and didn't get it, so it kind of sucked. I wonder if this is dodgeable. I'll have to test that. I'm gonna get the good distance. The animations are a little bit buggy too. We're now running Rallying Crying Clever Alchemist. $300 dailies for the Majesty lead. Oh. Yeah, it's boring in there, to be honest, I will say. If I didn't have pink whenever we ran that, I would have fell asleep, dude. Like countless times over. I was still falling asleep playing with playing with pink in there. It was terrible. We both, oh man. We enjoyed Dragonstar. We've been in there countless of times. I don't know if I like birds. I don't know if I'm liking birds. It's just so slow, dude. I'm gonna change the Fighters Guild spammable. I think that's better, honestly. Costs about the same, right? Yeah, it costs about the same. Silver Shards actually deals more damage too. So yeah, I want to do this, man. Screw the birds, bro. But they provide a stun too, which is nice, but it's hard to say, man. It's hard. Having no stun. I think what we could do, I think what would help this build, honestly, instead of going, but the issue with that is I do like having more recoveries. Recovery would be down like 1500 at that point. We could do one recovery, and then we could do, what's that set called? Do I even have it on me? I don't, probably not. What's the one set that stuns people whenever you are stunned yourself? What is that? It's from IC. I can't remember it. I got the mark and lead like the second day. I'm on PlayStation. Yes, sir. I hear Dark Convergence above me. So I think Warden is better for group play. So far from looking at it as I've seen it. I think Warden's better for group play. Plus, everybody's a vampire too, dude. I don't know, man. It doesn't even hit that hard, but it's okay. It's all right. Oh no. I'm gonna change the tripods. Screw these potions. It's decently hard. I just wish I had offensive stun. That's kind of depressing. Just that offensive stun is killing me right now. I don't know what I want to do with offensive stun, man. This is where the Warden shines in team fights like this. Yeah. Needs an offensive stun, man. Needs an offensive stun, dude. Plus, I think I want the execute damage. Yeah, I think I may like the walls a little bit. I don't know if magma is the way. This has no offensive pressure at all. Die, come here. Come here. Come here. I hate how it does a sound, but it doesn't do damage. It's weird. You can't deny the versatility, though, of a team fight with this thing. Like, I think the versatility in a team fight is really good. That's about it. Yeah, I think this is more of a group build for sure. Let's see here. Definitely one of the best group utility builds out here, I would say. We're giving a group magma. We're giving a group health. We're giving a group damage. Yeah, crit resist too. Zos may buff the racial passive for them. They may. Wouldn't hold my breath though. This is the hybrid patch area. Yep. Is there a magic stun we could use? Bro. This is gross, dude. This thing still has some decent damage too, so it's not like it's like terrible. Oh man. My team died 3 times. That's not even that. That's not even nothing. That's nothing. 573,000 healing and 1.2 million damage. Is there a magic stun we could use? Do you think I should drop? So what if I dropped? Yeah, let's try Turn Evil. Let's try Turn Evil. Let's see what that can do instead of I don't like Silver Shards. Silver Shards was okay, but let's try Turn Evil. We'll see what that does. What's good, Desired? How's it going, buddy? You not like me? This thing's got some gnarly healing potential. Okay, what other... I mean, this is a good thesis done, right? Let's see here. You got Arctic Blast. Arctic Blast. Turn Evil. Fire Rune is the only other one. Yeah, it's not that good though. It's not that good, sadly. Not that good. Seems like it's only going to be other sets or Turn Evil, which could be decent, honestly. Just doing a Turn Evil, doing that into a rotation of Sub Assault and just Steel Tornado could be decent. Let's try it. Let's see how we go. Go some BGs. What are some decent hybrid damage sets? So you got Clever, Rallying Cry. I mean, honestly, they're already like... There's already... Every set is like hybrid based now. So like any set that was good before, like, you know, Plague Break is still a decent is a good hybrid set as well. Like, so like any set that gave weapon and spell damage is good for hybrid. I don't know what we're trying to do yet. Still tinkering with it, but this is pretty gnarly. I think for a group utility, this could be one of the best builds right now. This isn't a 1vx build, sadly. I don't think. Yeah, Rattle Cage is definitely useless now. It was useless before, almost. And plus, we still get the benefit from the damage as well, so it's still valuable in that regard. Let's try some Death Dealers. Let's try Death Dealers for the Majesty. The issue with Arctic Blast, it just costs so much. That's one of the issues with it. I think this build is better for BGs. Or group play Cyrodiil. One of the two. One of the two. This is something for like the person that likes to heal a little bit, but likes to deal a little bit of damage too, to an extent. It's more focused on damage though, healing. This could be a decent build for Pink. She can maybe try this out. Over here, boys. Yeah, that stun may be a little bit better. Yeah, I like the stun a little bit more. I do. I do. It feels more simple. More simple. It's less spammy spam and more combo. Like, you know how some builds, you just spam, like spam this button, spam that button. I do like the stun a little bit more. What is that, dude? I don't know. I think I may swap to the other morph, back to Steel Tornado, or the other morph, the right morph. What was that? Who killed it? The Desire him with a Dawnbreaker or something? Doo-doo. What? Yeah, I think I definitely want the other morph. 100%. I want Whirling Blades. Still need some offensive pressure. Something else. I don't know what we want to do though. The Vampire Stun is terrible. It's so bad. You can still catch people with this thing. It's not like Nightblade catching though, but what's that? I just needs the offensive pressure, man. Lestric's it. I don't like Lestric. It's not good enough either. I think let's change to Whirling Blades. Let's try that out. I think the build is fine. Just the issue with, and you can't solve this with balance, with set balance. You have to balance this with game balance, right? Every class needs a viable stun. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. I can't stand classes are terrible because they don't have a good stun. That's ridiculous. Like, kind of irritating. Very irritating, to be honest. It was the only reason why the Warden and the Necro, I mean, they're both strong, but the Warden and Necro aren't better is because they don't have a good stun. It's just kind of annoying. Both classes have dookie stuns that can't really do anything. But I guess that's the balance. I have not tried the new Griffin set, no. I think this is a great build for group play though. If you have somebody with a Dragonite and you group play 2vx whatever, I think this build would be honestly perfect. But if you're playing solo, it's not as good as it should be. You have to rely on other people, and that's something I don't like doing. Except relying on Pink. That's about it. See you, Loyal. Have a good night, dude. Have you tried Blood for Blood or Crushing Weapons this Famble? I did mess with those for a little bit, but they like Blood for Blood's fine, or the other morph as well, but it just still doesn't hit enough. It still doesn't hit hard enough, at least for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just going up against tanky people. I don't know, but yeah. I tried. I did the bird off balance, and it's just too slow. It's too slow. Arctic Blast is the only viable stun that we have, but it's so bad. It costs so much magic, dude. It's insane. 100k tooltip on the Griffin set. Is that with like a full Harmony build, or kind of what do you got going on there? I just don't know what else I'd change. I mean, I could drop the Resto staff. I'm sure you could time it digital. Don't get me wrong. But the reliability of using it is not there. The reliability of consistently, you know, I go up in close and just try to kill somebody, and it's just not going to work. Just not going to do the same. Because you got to play a range, and if I'm getting freaking zerged down or something, it's not going to work. I think the only thing we could do from now, okay, the only thing I think we could do is drop Resto, okay? Drop Resto and go back to Sword and Board like we had the other day. That'd be the only thing I could think of we could do. That's the only thing I could think of, honestly. I don't like having my stun on my back bar. I mean, it's... You know? It's just not as comfortable for me. Then at that point, the only other thing we could do is go with a Warden, 2H Resto stand-in, and just go with Dizzy Swing. Even that has issues in itself. We could do 2H Resto. Maybe take a look at that. I can get my Clever Alchemist 2H off my other character. We can mess around with some 2H. Because we do use what? Sub, Dizzy Swing, Execute, Rally. We could put Vigor on our back bar. What will we drop instead of Vigor? We have to drop something. Gripping's trash too. Yeah, there's the invasion, which is bad. It just is clunky animation. See, here's the thing: is there's several. The thing is there's several different stuns that we have access to, but all of them are either wonky or aren't a fast stun. Like, okay, when I talk about a stun, and I think this is important to kind of describe. When I talk about a good stun, is a hard CC. So something like Arctic Blast is good. Okay, it's a good stun. However, it costs so much mana, and it doesn't heal for enough to really even make it worthwhile. Okay, I'm talking about Surprise Attack, Fossilize, Toppling Charge. Dawnbreaker is a good stun, but it just takes so long to get up. You know, it's a 120 something ultimate cost, right? So it's quite a bit of cost. 127. So it just takes a minute to get up. You can talk about the bow stun, which is pretty decent, but it kind of pushes the target out of range. Dizzy Swing is fine, if people don't know what they're doing, and you can catch them in a medium wave, which makes that kind of strong at that point, right? So there's several different things that make certain setups and builds like kind of stronger. But the only stun that we have that's decent is the Fighters Guild. That's it. But then we lose access to any type of offensive pressure other than Whirling Blades and Deep Fissure. That's it. But at that point, Digital, we lose access to all of, another skill that we need. The shield charge is terrible. Reverb is the better stun. But the issue with that is there's a bug going around that's been a while. Then if you bar swap fast to get some stuns and stuff, you're like screwed because like, hey Hoodie, because if you do that, it kind of has a laggy, slow animation. I think this build's fine, but it just needs somebody else. Because I know Prodigy's good, so I can kind of rely on him to help me go offensive and have different types of stuns and pressure. But if it's a solo build, it's not going to work as good or as well. Oh, I got stunned. But the group utility on this build is nasty. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I just think it just needs other people that, you know, kind of have good stuns and good offensive pressure as well, so you can kind of line it up. Yeah, dude, I think this thing is nasty for group play. Really disgusting. Like almost like disgusting level disgusting. That even makes sense. Mm-hmm. Shows out the purples from trying to get flags. I mean, I don't know, fellas. It's not too bad, is it? Keep running, sir. Go on there, feller. Come on, keep running. Keep going. Go, go, go. I think it's really good for group play though. It's not built for solo. Jeez. I mean, I haven't died yet in a BG on this build. It's not the most offensive, but you know, it's not bad. I think switching to Whirling Blaze was better. I didn't see how much damage you had desired. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, man. Bye. I just don't think it's a good build, but it's not for like I can make just about any build work, but the way I play and like it's a BG monster. That's really how you can describe this build. Now, resistance is buffed or 18,000. I would say that the damage necessarily isn't the greatest, but it's you know. Yeah, I saw you, Prodigy. You're doing good, man. I just think there's certain classes that need synergies, and Magblade is one of them because I could just hog them down and keep the heals going while we're going offensive and stunning them, and you could just go for end caps and stuff. I just think certain classes need synergy for other things. I mean, solo, this build's not good. Solo Magblade, this build isn't good. But in a group, you know, I think we did pretty good, Prodigy. Not even in a group, but, you know, just, you know, randomly got together. So right now we're using Rallying Cry and Clever Alchemist. I just don't, this isn't a solo setup, but it's good for group play. Deathmatch. Give me some magic back. No. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this one, fellas. See if we can get a good DB here. Oh, that was a good DB right there. I could have. Oh man, they got a healer too. Purple. We'll help out our team over here. I hate bubble. What's good, man? Cause I got fractured on my my shocks as well. Magic shocks that fracture. But I would say the BGs definitely take a little bit longer on this build. That's one thing I don't like. I like a BG's taking a hot 3 minutes tops. Yeah, I'm barely even hitting my vigor half the time. I think also these guys got good healing as well too. At least the tank does. This is crazy. This is just like an absolute just tank show. I mean, his healing is kind of bonkers. I'm not gonna lie. I killed anyone in 10 minutes. What do you mean? Plenty of people are dying. Just takes a minute. That's all. Takes a minute. It's gonna go to the time for sure. Why is it taking so long to put down my freaking flowers? No. Can I not put this down? That's the one thing I don't like about this build is I can put down my thing and it not actually go down. It just takes 10 years. Lay down my garden. Can I put down my freaking... Dude, put it down! My goodness! How long it takes you to build a garden like that, my dude? My guy's gardening skills are dookie. How did I get stunned by that from a mile away? I think these guys just started to play really defensive. Oh man, this build is disgusting. Disgusting in the wrong way. It doesn't have as much offense. We had almost 1 million healing and 2.5 million damage. Didn't die a single time. Like, holy smokes. 2.5 million damage. That match was funny. So I think that this is good for group play. I don't think it's good for solo play though. I'm gonna go get my Clever Alchemist 2H off my Necromancer. What's going on, Dirt? So we're messing with some stam then. This is... I was going for more of a 1vx build, but this kind of morphed into a group build, honestly. Pink, are you in stream, babe? Are you here? We were using Smoked Bear Haunch. Smoked Bear Haunch. Let's try a Dizzy Swing and see how frustrated we get. I don't have the Nightblade set up right now, man. I swapped a lot of my gear over to my Warden, so I don't have it all set up yet. Maybe whenever I get back on it later. Maybe another stream. Yeah, Tether's much better, Prodigy. I love Tether much more. So on my Warden, I'm running Clever Alchemist and Rallying Cry. Clever Alchemist, Rallying Cry. Pretty good. Pretty good. I did like the Turn Evil. I think people in more of battleground situations, this is a good stun. But in open world, this is not a good stun at all, to be honest, if I'm being real. It's not gonna do what I needed it to. Like, it's just not gonna work. Let's test out the Clever Alch 2H. See what's 2H and Resto looking like. Well, the thing is yeah, I mean, it's not an offensive freaking maniac, you know. It's got good utility. I think it's a solid build, honestly. I think I like it, but it's just not for me, like, per se. That makes sense. It's a good build and I can make it work, but this is not something. Group play is what it shines. That's just the reality of the situation. Group play is where that build shines, and that's just the reality of the situation. Solo play, it doesn't do as good. Let's try to Dizzy Swing Warden. Let's see what's popping with this. Yeah, Rallying Cry is a set, yes. Dizzy Swing, Reverse Slice. All right, there's that. So what are we going to drop for this? Because we need Vigor on their back bar. We drop Vines? Vines is good, though. But honestly, I mean, Budding Seeds is probably better. This will give us more guaranteed healing, right? We've got 2 burst heals now. Have a little bit more survivability. I need to put Vigor there, honestly. I'm going to get messed up. We'll put my spell damage buff here. My weapon damage buff. I'm also going to change the rest ult as well if I can. No, so Rallying Cry is a new set that came out this update. It is a PvP set from Cyrodiil. You have to get it from Rewards of the Worthy. Let's try out Ring of the Wild Hunt. I know it's not best in slot, but I think using Ring of the Wild Hunt would help my Dizzy Swings out. I think it'll help my Dizzy Swings out. This will be pretty good for healing potential now. What's up, Bruce? All right. See what this be doing. We're gonna have Major Breach from the shocks, so that shouldn't be too bad. I want to test this in open world. This is where I want to test this build at. Let's go ahead and get my vamp situated. Go ahead and yeah, Rallying Cry is probably one of the best support role sets. Oh shoot. I don't have any cleanse thingies. What are those things called? Anyways. Bloody Mars. Get like 5 of these or something. 6. It's working good, Captain. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. It's mainly built for group play, but it still was phenomenal. I think it's really good build. It's very simple. It's got a lot of group utility. Is really what the value from that set comes from. Like this thing is just a lot of group utility, but we're gonna be testing out 2H now. We're gonna test out 2H and let's like change the design on that. Stupid 2H. Let's see what's popping on this. I think this will maybe, it could be a little bit better, maybe. I think this is more for 1vx type stuff. This is for more Xing. I'm curious on what my damage is too. Yeah, I put glyphs on my staff. What kind of style we want? Kind of like that, to be honest. I like the Baron stuff tonight. there and stuff. Yeah, I know it's like, it's stupid. Like, that's what irritates me so much. Is transmutation has been a decent set for a long time, okay? Now, transmutation is completely obsolete and nobody's going to use transmutation ever because there's no point. Transmutation is so outdated now, so it just kind of sucks, honestly. Stupid. Now we have almost 2k stam recovery, so that's good as well. Yeah, man, I'm just testing out a few builds. We're gonna probably get on some Elden Ring. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm just with the new update, you know, I kind of want to get my builds out and try to test some things out. Well, nice, Bruce. That's good. That's good, man. I just like the update. I'm definitely gonna be tinkering around with some stamina DK. I'm gonna be messing with that. I may, with this setup, I may drop budding seeds, but that's just such a good skill, to be honest. I may swap to vines, or I may get elude. I'm not sure on exactly what I want yet. Bow resto DK. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do that. You like your bow, don't you, Andrew? Yeah, it gives your whole group damage. It's disgusting. I think I'm gonna mess with Molten Whip on the Stam DK, or go over more of a hybrid 2H resto build. 2H resto, I think that's what I'm gonna do. What's good, Sober? Looks like standing with the resto staff. That's exactly how this patch is. That's exactly how this patch is. Standing with the resto staff. That's seriously. Yeah, Andrew, you guys, you like your bow, man. I can't jive with the bow though. I can't. Oh, that's why I hate Dizzy's wing. What? I'm getting tired of this freaking tank. I figured out why I hate Dizzy Swing, guys. You see why we hate it, boys? It's freaking dog trap. Like, if I was been on my Nightblade, literally would have hit this guy with 2 surprise attacks and he's dead. We got Mr. Tanky Spanky over here. Goodness gracious, dude. I can't stand the 2H, dude. Giving me an aneurysm in my brain. Okay. Like, holy frick, dude. Gosh. He's being so bad. Ooh, oh my goodness. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, it's just so slow. Like, oh my goodness. If I would have had anything. That's just terrible, man. Just terrible. Can't stand it. Gonna freaking make me scream. I'm dropping Dizzy Swing right now. I'm going to the base. I'm going back home. This is not even gonna mess with this. Yeah, but that's one in a million chances you're gonna proc that just about all. It's just stupid. It's just ridiculous, man. Oh, it's so annoying. Dropping Dizzy Swing right now. I tried it for 2 seconds, guys. The only other thing I could try would be like Sortum Board. Could be decent, but then we don't have anything to follow it up with. So dual wheel's the best. Hate to say it, dual wheel's the best. Let's try out that build open world. I do like Rally though. I do like it. I do like Rally, but it's not gonna work. Just not gonna work. I may actually try ringing the ball at Hunt with this build, just so I can get some guaranteed speed. Honestly, Reverb's good, but it just has nothing else to follow it up with. That's the issue. Let's go Whirling Blades. He just doesn't have an execute. That's a big deal right now. In this high healing meta, you have to burst people with an execute. If you don't, you're not gonna kill anything. Not gonna kill anything at all. That's one of the issues. All right. There's that. Let's keep on basically ringing the ball at Hunt with this build. Let's see what's popping with dual wield with more speed. What's up, Cobra? I've not tried Hue and Sunder yet. I've not tried that. I think that's going to be best for group play. I do have probably most of it set up, or most of it. I just don't want to change it right now. I kind of want to test this. Blood Drinker and Flies and Birds. Birds is too slow. It's just one of the same issues with Dizzy Swing. And trying to guarantee a stun off of the medium weave is not as reliable. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with it probably the next few days. That's until I can find a good base toolkit. Because like Hue and Sunder is great, but you have to be able to survive in order to, you know, kind of X with that, right? So it can give a massive amount of pen, right? But you're not going to be able to take advantage of the pen if you're dead and you can't kill people and secure kills. So I'm trying to figure out a base way I can do that and adjust some things accordingly as I need. Easiest way to rank up Resto Staff, put the Resto Staff abilities on your front bar and go into Sky Reach or something like that and go in like Steel Tornado spam. Just put like several Resto Staff abilities on your dual bar. That's one of the easiest ways. Oh my goodness, bro. That's fat. That's fat. That's fat. Fat group. What? That stunned me? This is one of the new sets. Or one of the new outfits style pages. It's like Gladiator something or other. It's from IC. Old am I? I think I'm 22. I think I'm 22. Is that bad? Bad I don't know how old I am. This is where Human Thunder would come into play right here. What? Can't even go through the door because boss. Oh my goodness. Getting sniped by Radiant. What am I naive about? Goodness gracious. And Templars are everywhere, dude. Goodness gracious. What's laggy out here? My goodness. Sorry, I didn't read the whole thing. Pink is at the stream. I've been talking to you for a while, babe. You didn't even reply. Goodness gracious, bro. It's freaking everybody's a Templar. My goodness. I didn't know what Templars were like, just AD only. That's not enough damage. Can I hit my vigor? These guys just hit radiant depression, dude. Now I know why I play my Nightblade. That's ridiculous. Tell me you have no thumbs without telling me you have no thumbs. Use Radiant Depression. Just doesn't have the burst, man. It doesn't have the burst to kill Templars. And then you get Radiant Depression because you don't have thumbs. Oh man. Radiant Depression only works whenever you are in a group as well. Like, it only works if you're zerking somebody down. You can't Radiant Depression like straight up all the time. Yeah, this build's built for BGs. It's not for open world. I think this build needs group play for it to be viable. Rallying Cry, whatever, or with the other set as well. Whatever it's called, Hue and Sunder. Even with that setup, I think you have to have a group. It's not a solo build. And that's what I'm going for. Go kill Cheeto Fingers. Get my freaking sub. I do want to change my thing too. That my tank? No, that's not my tank, boy. This is why I don't mind playing my freaking Nightblade, dude. Because, like, if I don't play my Nightblade, this is what the trash you have to deal with. Like, Nightblade is like that one class that you could, like, skip mechanics on the bosses, and you're fine. Yeah, thanks, Jordan, for the $10 donation, buddy. I appreciate that support, man. Thanks, bro. This is why I don't have a single problem playing the Zilla Blade. Because if I don't play the Zilla Blade, guess what, boys? We get 15-minute long BGs and nobody dies. That's the way the meta is. At higher MMR, I should say. At low MMR, you could freaking be... What has stunned me? Yeah, Jordan's always freaking dropping dimes, dude. I appreciate the support, dude. I really do. I guarantee you, we get on my Nightblade in like 2 minutes. It's freaking over. And watch, Zos will nerf that before they nerf healing. Watch. They're going to nerf calories before they nerf healing. I guarantee it. Anybody want to place bets? Anybody want to place bets that Zos will nerf calories and nerf the Zilla Blade in some way, shape, or form before they nerf this god-awful healing meta that we're in? What do you want to bet? Anybody want to throw money? I'd almost bet my left nut, but I need that for later on in life, so... yeah, so I would almost bet that. You're not taking that bet. gonna help me and Pink get the home. That's sweet, dude. We did really good this month on YouTube. We're playing some Elden Ring and doing some content on that. We're getting there. I think once we open up the business with me and my dad and can get some guaranteed stable income where I can, you know, pretty much say, you know, this is how much I'm gonna make and what I can afford. And dude, it'll be, we'll get there. You're right. That doesn't feel fair. I hit Dawnbreaker 10 years ago. Pink's gonna blow it on his snail hotel. I wouldn't doubt it. She loves her snails. She told me yesterday, she was like, you know, there's like these Asian people that like put these snails on their face and like let them crawl around and it supposedly like exfoliates their skin or something. That was like, yeah, babe, I know. I hope you're not doing that. She's like, no, I'm not. I want to make a Magplar build with Javelin is what I want to do. That's the next thing. Yeah, healers are still useful. Don't get me wrong. They're just play a Templar and you're almost a healer guaranteed. Rejuvenates, it's the same thing, babe. I'm a guy, so how am I supposed to know exactly what it is? Yeah, I was gonna mess with some Plar. Prodigy, I think, gave up. Prodigy, I think, gave up, dude. Oh, this is high MMRBGs, boys. This is it. This is it. This is max level MMRBGs, fellas. The skill does not get higher than this. Nobody dying whatsoever. This is ridiculous, dude. Oh man. This is ridiculous, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, we tried. We tried. Oh man. I love this healing meta, guys. It's great, dude. Oh, holy smokes, dude. I was telling you guys this for a while, that healing is ridiculous on the PTS. And we're like, nah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's fine. It's not that bad. PC players talking about it. I'm like, yeah. Okay, wait till you get high MMR BGs where you're only healing. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna mess with some Magpie. I think. There's too much healing, like the fact, like, okay, this build. Like, don't get me wrong. Okay, this build is great. This build is great. This build is perfect. I may end up releasing this build for a group play BGs or something like that, because I definitely want to venture off, and maybe not necessarily like play in groups, but like talk about group compositions and stuff like that, especially for my new Discord server. But this build is perfectly fine. This build's great. Group utility wise, it's got good healing, it's got rest ultimate, it's got plenty of off heals, good bursts, execute, good sustain. It's just overall a solid build. But when you have so much healing that we're having right now, the only thing that can kill this healing meta is the Zillow Blade. And that's why I don't mind sharing my Zillow Blade anymore. Like, for a minute there, I was like, Pink was like, you sure you want to release that build? Everybody's gonna be dealing bukus of damage, you're gonna be hitting hard. And honestly, I think it was one of the best decisions I made, because at least there is some way to combat how much healing there is. At least there's some way. So I think that build is a necessary evil in this meta that we're in at this point. I'm actually gonna get on my Nightblade and I'll show you guys. I will legit. I've been having an absolute struggle fest on this build trying to kill people. I mean, it does fine. It's not like terrible killing people, but it's not compared to like Standblade, right? It's not. So let's get on the Zillow Blade and I'll show you guys one BG and then we'll tinker around with some Magplar. I do want to mess around with some Magplar. So that build, if you guys want to play in group play, perfectly fine, but it's not built for solo. It's not built for solo, but it's very strong for group play BGs. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it for Cyrodiil as much because it felt really squishy, and I think you need like a group, like a 4, 5, 6 man group for that to be viable. So you can kind of off heal and stuff. Gallant Chain, Clever Alk. Let's see. Quick tool, okay. We can do a quick tool. The Zillow Blade is a necessary evil in this healing meta. Oh man. Would you consider making a video showing PvPers how to better mitigate healing? You're talking about like how to fight against healers, Jordan? Like how to fight against this healing meta that we're in? Like what's some ways you can go about it to like try to kill it? At this point, what it looks like is burst is the only thing that can really kill it. Unless you wear him down like on a stand DK. Well, that's about it. You can run the Zillow Blade with swords. It just wouldn't be as good, but yes. I'm over here at the Elden Root Way Shrine, Andrew. I'm gonna go down here to the dueling area. That makes more pots. Right here you are. Right here. It's been so long since I've dueled. Burst is the only thing that can really kill it, I think. Fight, man. I'm hitting the wrong skill. I thought I dropped my vigor from the thing. Fight, dude. Tried going back to sub and caltrops. That snare is so important to keep them off of you in 1vx. Really? I could maybe we could do caltrops. I just don't have any room to drop anything. That's the issue with it. I just don't have any room unless I want to drop vines. I probably would like Resto was good and all, but I think just honestly just the regular toolkit of like the class itself, I think is really good. My Nightblade rotation is typically just light attack, surprise attack. In essence, is really the basic thing. You'll see me sometimes. A lot of Nightblade is like a flow, so like you'll. Let me describe it. So like you'll see me sometimes like from like when I talk about my combo, it's not an inherent rotation like in PvE. It's just what feels right. I know that's kind of hard to describe, but in PvP, you don't want to do the same thing exactly over and over again. You want to mix things up a little bit, be unpredictable. Your movement, you want to kind of mask it, jump a certain way, and then turn around and shoot a spec bow at people. It's just things that you can get over time. But a basic combo is what you'll see me do. Like, you don't want to do this every time. But something that's strong is light attacking from stealth to proc your Calorians, and then you go into a light attack surprise stack. So you go stealth, light attack, and then your Calorians will hit pretty much at the exact same time as your surprise attack will. At that point, that's just like a basic combo. Other things you'll do like roll canceling whirling blades. You know, you'll hit whirling blades and roll cancel it so you can mitigate damage but also execute people. You have, you know, other things where you're trying to keep them stunned and trying to keep pressure on them is really the best way to describe it. As with any build, not just Nightblade. Yeah, it could work digital. It could work, but I don't think it's gonna work as, at least for me. I need a better stun or something. But yeah, for sure, Jordan. I can see that. Yeah. So like I run disease glyphs, so there's some things you could do. I have done a video about how to improve, how to move. I do have a video on that, on movement. I need to update some of these guides. See, a lot of this stuff, in if I didn't play Elden Ring and do content on Elden Ring, I wouldn't have realized kind of like videos on YouTube. Whenever you start being a creator, like, this can give you like kind of behind the scenes look. Oftentimes you think you gotta like have everything perfect, and it's just a learned thing over time that, you know, I just thought I had to have the best script and, you know, had to do all this exactly perfectly right. But in reality, all it is like trying to just transfer the information I have out of my brain and try to help you guys out. That's really what I'm shooting for now, is trying to help in that regard. Okay, I guess we hit the low MMR BGs. I guess we hit the low MMR BGs. Yeah, I've fought my build plenty of times. Most of them are really squishy and don't keep their defenses up. Man. Oh man. This is the Zilla Blade, boys. People die. People die on this build. That's why I like it. People die. You blue screen serotonin? Really, dude? Oh man, that sucks. I've not tried sample yet. I was actually gonna get on. I was gonna play another build for this. We're just gonna forget you then, sir. What's going on, Michael? It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. We just got done with testing some Warden. It was okay. It's not a solo build though. It's more for group play. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, the Nightblade is like, the Zilla Blade is just phenomenal. It's just absolutely just disgusting. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Maybe this guy's the tank though. This guy's the freaking tanky boy. That's why we like the Zilla Blade, boys. People just can't turtle. They either gotta run away from you, or they're gonna die. It's two outcomes. Just boop. It's just the only thing that can fight against the healing builds, and these guys aren't even like this. And this is what makes kind of sad is like these guys aren't running all these, you know, toxic healer builds. These guys are a little bit more brand new, but for some reason I get paired up with these guys for BGs on this character for whatever reason. This is the highest MMR character I have. Freaking slayed out all the time on this character. But for some reason, like, I get paired up with a little bit less experienced people that don't necessarily have all the healing builds. It's kind of weird. How much pen do you aim for in PvP? Pen is considered an off stat that you're really going to focus on damage first. So your pen is not really something you're trying to hit a certain number. Like, honestly, any build except for recovery, on especially stamina recovery. There is no magic number, but 2k stamina recovery has been ideal for a while. It's one of my favorite, like, benchmarks. You don't like Eyr0n? Eyr0n's pretty good on Templar. But I think it's just a different alternative. We were on stand then a little bit earlier. We got off of it though. This guy's a freaking tank, dude. Good night, Prodigy. Have a good night, dude. We'll get off this little blade after this BG. I feel bad. Oh man, this guy just gave up. Oh, I feel like a freaking bully right now, to be honest, guys. I feel like a bully. Not that I've seen. I don't think anybody's having troubles on console. Oh, that dizzy swing kind of hurt. These guys are extremely soft. Except for that tank. 10k whirling blade. I don't understand how I get paired up with freaking heal bot galore on my Warden, but then I get on this character. I should have higher MMR than all my characters combined, honestly, because this character's like freaking just a brute. I don't understand. I don't see how I even got patched up with these guys, to be all completely honest with you. Alright, these guys got our flag, so let's go kill him. This is the tank, and that's definitely an issue. Alright, digital. This is the bully blade. Turn the flag, fellas. No. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, Secbo. Let's go. Oh man, this build's so unfair. This is how you get better at doing your animations. Fight against an absolute brute tank. And practice your rotations, your weaves. Honestly. Your line attack weaving between everything. See, what killed this build is having fossilize. I dropped Stygian a long time ago. I've been running Clever Encounterings for months at this point. That was the two variations of the build that I did in that video with. I had Stygian on at one point in time, and then I had and then I kind of adjusted to Clever Encounterings, which is my favorite setup. Let's test some range plar, shall we? See what we could do with some range plar. Range plar would do better with a fire staff. See what we can do with this. I'm curious. Hey, Danny. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to. I want to make a gank plar, to be honest. What do you guys think about a gank plar? We mess with that, because what you can do now is you can go from stealth, drop a meteor on somebody, and hit them with a. Javelin and can proc a meteor on them. How do I fund my builds? Typically flipping mats is how I do it mostly. I mean, I just make a buttload of gold for a few weeks and kind of relax and just make builds. I've had like 7 million gold for quite a while. Kind of dipped down, I think under 6.8 now. But I just have a lot of sets too, so I don't have to like recraft everything all the time either. I get all my skills off so quickly. It's just a lot of experience. It's just experience and just time under like tension so to speak, you know, using a workout term. Like just playing for several years will kind of do this to you. You'll just kind of get a rhythm down where you know what animations feel like. And that's also what you'll hear me say is like, this doesn't feel right, or this update, or this skill, or this animation, just because I've memorized the animations of skills, and if they don't flow the exact same way that I'm used to, it throws me off. And that's just facts. It's just, you know, it's just how it is. All right, so let's see here. What could we do? We can mess around with some force pulse, probably. Probably do crushing shock. Type in exclamation mark Stamden. That was kind of what we were running. It was U.N.O. It was Clever Alchemist and Rallying Cry, but we kind of adjusted around. We didn't run U.N.O. Slender. We dropped to Clever Alchemist. We were running that today. All right, so let's try to do a Gankplar, shall we? Meteor. Ice Comet hits harder. All right, let's drop dual wield. All right. We got Meteor, Javelin, definitely Radiant. I'm gonna go on my build. Javelin. I think we can do Purifying Light from stealth, honestly. Let's go with you can go with Radiant there. And go with Crushing Shock here. Honestly, I don't even think we'll need it. All right. So the idea is to go with Purifying Light into a Meteor, into Javelin, into Radiant Oppression. Because Javelin is unblockable. We have to figure out a way to scale up our damage a little bit. We can definitely drop that. Do we want to go with Dark Flare? Possibly. Back bar. For ganking, then it can kind of adjust accordingly. I have to test this out. Let's see here. For ganking, though, we can go with Vampire, Blood Frenzy, Simmering Frenzy. Okay. That'll give us some damage bonuses. Also, I'd like to go with Camo Hunter here. A Dark Flare is probably too slow. Something pretty deep here. Now we're gonna think about sets. What do we want to do set-wise for ganking on a Plar? I think Balor would be a good set to use for this build. Be using meteors is kind of high cost. Well, I think we'll get Balor for the monster. What could we do? Front bar. We got this. I think we take off Crushing Shock and actually use Dark Flare there, because we won't use Dark Flare in our normal combo, but say for example we don't have a meteor, we could do a Dark Flare from stealth and we can do it that way. So we can go with Radiant with Dark Flare here. It's not going to be the fastest, but I think just having a build with Dark Flare would be nice. What we could do? Well, we do this. I don't know. We'll see. Javelin's hitting pretty hard, though, I think. It increases in damage based on the distance as well. What do you guys think? Balor for the monster. What else do we got? We could go with we're doing all match damage. It's still frost damage. Yeah, we're gonna swap to Inferno. The combo is gonna look like this. So Purifying Light, Meteor, Javelin, and then just Radiant Depression spam. Obviously using Sated Frenzy as well. I just don't know what sets I want to use with it. I know, I think War Maiden could be pretty good. War Maiden. Just trying to think of something else. We could do like... I wanted to go full gank mode. We could do like War Maiden Stygian. Or if you did... What if you did Calrians? What if you did Calrians? Think Calrians could work? We could go... Light attack that. That'll hit. And then Calrians to kind of get them low. We could do Calrians. Calrians... Inferno... with Stygian? Calrians could work. Be a light attack before the Purifying Light. Calrians, the Stygian, for sure. Honestly, we could do Rallying Cry. We could still do Rallying Cry because if we hit our heal, and if we critically strike, we'll get the buff. But does that take us out of stealth is a question. We could do Rallying Cry. Still. But Stygian would still give us a lot of damage. And give us damage from stealth, which should only be that. So why don't we go Calrians and War Maiden? I'd buff it. Yeah, I think Calrians and War Maiden sounds pretty good. Calrians and War Maiden? That sounds decent. Let's see here. Mess with some of that. And also we're going to probably mess with some Magplar the next few days as well. Gonna be setting that up too. Okay, so we're gonna do Calrians. No, Deadly wouldn't be an option because we're not doing any dot damage. Calrians, War Maiden. So I need a staff of Calrians. 2 jewelry. No, 3. We could do 3 jewelry. Be that War Maiden body. And then we could do like Battle or Monster. We won't be running a mythic. It's pretty simple. This could be pretty gnarly because the javelin is unblockable too. The radiant oppression is gonna get buffed. The only thing that's not gonna get buffed from our War Maiden is the meteor. That's it. And War Maiden adds 600 spell damage to our magic abilities. That's big. Eyr0n. Eyr0n staff sharpen. I remember I got this drop a long time ago. Actually, Pink got this drop, I believe. Pink got this. She always gets the good drops and gives them to me. If it wasn't for Pink, I probably wouldn't have half my gear. Alright, so there's that. Alright, War Maiden. Let's put this War Maiden. In case we need it. Good piece. Is there any other delayed burst that we have access to on the night or on the Templar? I can't think of any. Not at the top. Eyr0n's. Nope. Let me have some War Maiden on you. Some. Need some body pieces though. Mainly. What kind of battle lord do you have? So right now, guys, we're making a yanking Magplar with the new buffed javelin. Hopefully we can test that before it gets. How's work going, Pink? Still on the stream? I know War Maiden. Eyr0n? I remember when I tested that Stormcaller set. That was dookie. So what's going on with PC? What's going on with you guys over there on PC? It's going, Pink. Okay. Well, if you get enough time, I made a party chat if you want to join. If you can get a break or something. Eyr0n's. The chest. Belt. Got a few Divines pieces. Love you too, babe. Eyr0n. I think this thing will hit pretty hard. I just don't know if I need to use Purifying Light or not for the gank. So I guess it'll give us a good opportunity to talk about the new Discord server I made. If you guys are interested, it's similar to the ESO University Discord, but it's mainly it's just for PvP. I made it today, and the link to join is in the description. Pretty well organized so far. I kind of researched a little bit on how to set up a server and all that stuff, so it's a little bit more professional than my other one was, which is, I mean, it's still kind of professional, but not the exact same. This one's a community Discord, so it's mainly going to be for helping people get better at PvP. Yeah, I was wondering what's going on with PC, because I seen a thing on Discord that PC was down. Oh man, that sucks. It's terrible. All right, let's check out. Get on him and see what we need. You should have told me the music stopped. What's up, AJ? Let's see here. Let's get the necklace, ring. You can go with a chest. So we got actually only one free slot, honestly. No, yeah, we have only one free slot. Wouldn't mind just using these two divine pieces. Some more scaling. So there's that. That. I guess we can use 2 War Maiden rings, but honestly, it would be better to do that. Just use a War Maiden. Right. There's War Maiden. We need to get some War Maiden belt, hands, legs, feet. Belts, hands, legs, and feet. Well, we can just use these for now, to be honest. Not a big deal. Just for testing purposes. Could have some in the guild bank too. I'll check those. There's some infused ones. I use those over the M pen. We just need belt and legs, belt and feet. Belt and feet. That'll give us access to a back bar set as well. I guess we could just use a mouse from resto or something. Doesn't really make a difference the rest that we use. Nope. And any tips? Watch my video, Captain. Watch my video going over. I have a guide on Millennia. That guide is doing phenomenally well. I did it like relatively soon into the game. It was release. I need to find a belt and feet. Belt and feet. You guys are freaking crazy. Paid 20K for a War Maiden belt. Belt and feet. 50K? These guys are freaking high. And they're freaking smoking something. Belt and feet, huh? Belts and feet. There's end pin for 10. I guess we'll buy it. Belt. Belt and feet. Spoiler free. Well, any tips? Make sure you have a mimic plus 10. That's what made should be so expensive. Yeah, but I didn't get this much money while like spending it just on random stuff. I didn't need the belt. Training. I didn't need a belt. I'm not gonna buy a training belt. $100K gold belt, but I don't even. Not that serious. But PC prices are freaking crazy because of inflation. Guys' crown prices are inflated as well. Well, that's freaking 79K. $45K. Break, dude. Right there, let's check. Yeah. These are just those random shenanigan builds I try that actually sometimes end up being pretty good. $200K, this guy's freaking high, bro. What do you mean? Nobody's gonna buy that. Just wasting your money listing it. If somebody buys it, then they're crazy. Why are belts so expensive? Goodness gracious. I remember just selling the trash that I get from there. I may just go recraft one, honestly. I cost me like 20. I'm thinking about going back. I'm gonna go back and buy that 900 trading belt. Let's see here, DLC zones. Warden fell, war mate. It only cost me 39. No, this is not for the Warden. No, we're making a new build. This is for a gank Templar. This is gonna be a ganking Templar from stealth. Mess with this a little bit. Need a war maiden. Let's go. Let's go. Give me that bad boy. Get in my inventory. Yeah, I checked Deshaun. Traders. All right. All right. So I'm not really going to worry about glyphs too much. I'm going to just make them max magic if whatever they are. I'm going to upgrade these boots real fast. If this is in my crafter, I don't care. And then I need to get my Balor. I'll probably go with maybe medium Balor. Let me get him off my stand blade. Not for the ganking spec that I'm doing now. You guys keep on talking about Briarheart. I may have to give it a try. You guys keep on talking about Briarheart. I have to try it. So, I need to get probably. Let's craft 1 max magic glyph, 2 spell damage. One max magic glyph, 2 spell damage, and I don't even care if it's a purple glyph or not. Okay, and then go with a purple glyph or max magic. Yeah, you were right, Joseph. You were right. There is one there. And honestly, I could actually leave my stam blade the way it is. Like, leave these glyphs the exact same way and just make them spell damage on my stam blade. And I don't have to, like, change the glyphs all the time either. That's actually pretty funny. Let's go with a shock glyph for the main hand. Shock glyph. What's a shock? Okay. And then, yeah, there's that. I need to get Balor. That's it. Come on. I will say the load screens are faster on console. Way faster. That over here then, and just a light shoulder. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I think all my war maiden's purple. This is how you save money when making builds. Is you only do glyphs on your builds. That's it, and you save a ton of money. Don't invest in the gold, you know, golding stuff out, all that jazz. Just focus on glyphs. Those are the most important. Other than having gold weapons, that is. All right, so here we go. Balor. Chant. Put this bad boy on there. I think we're gonna run the what's that one food called? Ghastly eyeball? I don't have any. Look like it. I'll just probably just keep the food that I have on then. I think it doesn't really make a difference too much. Get to have a little bit of recovery. And let's change that to the spell damage Mundus. Or yes, spell damage Mundus. Let's see here. So we don't need that. Don't need area of effect damage. We can go single target. Go we can go single target direct damage. We can go critical damage. I guess we can go Thumb, because Thumb would increase the Radiant. Fighting Finesse, Mastered Arms, Deadly Aim, Thumb. This is fine. All right. Use my Mundus Stone and we're good to go. Go to Pink's house. This is either gonna be trash or treasure, one of the two. Subtly it's trash, but we'll find out. I really just want to test this javelin and see how good it is. See if it's actually viable. I'm just not gonna like the stealthy aspect of it. Super squishy. Actually, maybe the lover could be pretty good. I think we'll go lover. 10. So buff up with this. Well, damage wise, we're about 5,600, which isn't necessarily crazy. All right. Oh, but my... yeah, it's also... My Dark Flare's got a 13k tooltip, Radiant 14k. That's actually not too bad. I think this is a go. Houston, we got liftoff. If you can gank some people. What a Magplar. Got my passives. Let's double check. We go ham. My Destro Staff passives, Resto Staff. Light, Vampire, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Daunted. We could also do this if we wanted to. We could meme with that, maybe. We may meme with that. We could do Vate. We could do Vate Destro backbar. With the Destro. We'll see how this does. I'm curious. I never seen a freaking Templar gank, have you? Let me get my ultimate up, actually. Where's some NPC down? They're down here, aren't they? Here we go. A critical damage modifier in it. 32, so 82? Terrible. Zon is good on Templar? Yeah, I just don't like Zon too much, personally. I'd rather run Magma or Foul or something. Honestly, Magma for the mitigation. We're talking about like 1vx Templar. I'm gonna gank like a few people. Be running to go defend that. I don't have much health. Like 28, or not even 28. 22. This is a gank Templar. I'm just trying to see if it works. If we can catch this in time. Yeah, I tried Rallying Cry on my Warden earlier. I liked it on my Warden. I want to try it on other classes as well. Probably gonna end up running Rallying Cry and Mechanical or Rallying Cry and Clever, one of the two. That setup looks pretty gnarly. I think Rallying Cry is better than Eyr0n. May have to slot one recovery glyph, but get a lot more mitigation. Funny. Nobody's here. That sucks. I don't have any AoE skills. Oh man, it wasn't even a gank either, dude. Oh, buddy. They hit pretty hard. My health is okay for Stamplar. My health is okay. Did you get some good stamina and magic sustain, you know, using that one thing, your skills, you know, you get some free stats, you know, magic or stamina, whichever is lowest. You also get that protection. The I think it's like there's a few percent. What is it? 3%, 5%, something like that. 5% while you're channeling, you know, jabs and whatnot, which is actually really good for Stamplar because they don't have a lot of healing potential whenever they're going for like offensive windows. So having any little bit of mitigation is nice. Health isn't necessarily the best, but it's okay. But you do get spell damage as well. No, almost got him. Let's go up here. Why it seemed like they were over here anyways. Why can't I mount? Stupid. The fighting is over there. Well, this looks like a dud, but I've been able to really test it. Nobody's on. I could do Soul Shine. Soul Shine could help, possibly. Can I not mount? I remember when you could empower certain things as well. You can empower like the next hit you do. So like if you were to like hit the Dark Flare, it used to empower your next skill rather than give you 40% light attack damage. Let's go see what's going on up here, then we'll probably hop off for the night. Just wanted to test this build out before so I could clear it off my plate. It's not perfect by any means, you know, but if the combo's not there, it's not there. I probably don't give enough builds the time of day when I test them. Sometimes I don't thoroughly test them enough, and it probably could be decent. It's not something that's gonna blow stuff out the water. I think it was overall good test. We got some rallying cry pieces, so we can transfer those to some other characters. Probably gonna tinker around with some DK next, maybe DK or Templar, one of the two, using rallying cry. I've been thinking about using rallying cry, sturdy for the Dragonite, so I'll have to get some other pieces or get some different gear or whatever the case is for the rallying cry. Or whatever the other set we're using, because we're going to use Rallying Cry Belt. Oh man, it's actually not too bad. Get a javelin. I don't have a good werewolf build. No, I don't mess with werewolf too much. What? Can I hit my race against time, please? Yeah, this Nightblade needs to do. He just keeps on coming. Who killed that guy? Did I kill him? The Nightblade just keeps on coming out of stealth. I can't keep on revealing him. Nightblade, leave me alone. He's using concealed weapon. I don't know why he's using concealed weapon. Needs to go hybrid. I think hits pretty hard. It just, I wouldn't even mind making this into an actual build. Maybe using meteor. It's a little bit different. I think if I did this build, I'll probably do back bar Vadishrin rest or Destro for a little bit more pokey poke damage, a little bit more pressure. I don't know. This has some potential for maybe Xing. Possibly. Killing some dweebs. I may actually try some, I can get my ultimate back. Well, that stuns. Didn't what stunned. Interesting. Whoops. Wrong scale. Oh well. This build is not too bad. I don't think so. It's way too squishy and it can't handle anybody looking at you the wrong way. It's not bad. But if I were to do a regular build, I'd probably do Vate back bar. Probably, maybe even Clever front with Vate back, Clever front. Goodness. I don't know. Cowrings is pretty nice too. I don't know. Cowrings. We could do Clever body. And Cowrings front. We do that with back bar vat. That would get quite a bit of mag recovery. Want to do like a regular build. Let's get stealth. That'd be nice. Oh, I can't stealth. We'll do one more try. Buddy. Okay. There's just 9 blades everywhere. And stealth. Alright, well, I think we're gonna wrap up the stream on that. Can't really get a good test because it's all just random shenanigans. No actual fights. Well, I think we'll be testing this some tomorrow. Maybe do some I don't know, I think it's just 2 to 1 dimensional. I'd like to do, maybe we could do Crescent. I don't know, we'll see. I like Meteor though. That was pretty fun. Being a little bit different. A range Plar. Now with the Javelin buff. I like that it's like unblockable, but the range is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I would expect it to be a little bit more range than it is. 22 meters it really isn't too much. But alright guys, well we're gonna wrap up the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stand. And it wasn't necessarily the best for just where's the Nightblade Yanker. It's just something different, man. I think different is nice. Being different and thinking outside the box definitely helps with build crafting. And this is like a process that you can do that can keep you you know, kind of in tune with certain things and can help you theorycraft other builds. So like I could come up with an idea like, okay, so say for example something else gets buffed for a different class, and you can maybe copy paste this over into something else. That's really what this is. I didn't expect it to be groundbreaking or anything like that, but it's definitely pretty cool concept. Now that Javelin is unblockable, taking advantage of that. This is just something we threw together and did decent, you know, nothing crazy, but was good, Gabriel. Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up the stream, buddy. So, all right, guys. Well, I will be streaming tomorrow, probably in the evening. Maybe we may do a morning stream and an evening stream. I don't know. But gonna be doing some Elden Ring tomorrow, possibly. We may test a little bit of a build or two, and then hop on some Elden Ring. Or whatever the case is, I don't know yet. But alright guys, have a good night, and I'll catch you guys next stream. Peace.